Hello, in this video we're taking a look at how driving anxiety can develop into different things if you leave it alone and just hope it'll go away. I'm also going to tell you about some of the most extreme cases I've ever worked with to show you just how bad the problem can get. My name's Paul and I work online with people all over the world to help them overcome their fear of driving. And something many people say to me is how it started off quite light. So they said, I used to just have a problem when I was driving on a highway and I had this panic attack one day and I don't know where it came from. It just came out of the blue, came out of nowhere, and my hands were shaking, sweating, and I wanted to pull over and I felt trapped whenever I couldn't pull over. And that's how it often begins. It can also begin on bridges, driving over bridges, and there are many other ways, but that's like quite a light problem, as it were. People say, well, I can deal with that because I just go on the back roads or I just go a different way and I'm fine, I can just have to avoid those roads. But the thing is, if you leave the problem, it can very often develop. Now, this is not the same for everyone, but most people I work with by far said that it started out as I've just described and then it progressively got worse. So you may find that sometimes you can just not drive on high-speed roads, but as soon as the speed is below 50 miles an hour, you feel fine. But then one day, that changes, and you get the same feeling of panic, or even worse, when you're driving at 30 miles an hour, so people then slow down to 20 miles an hour, and then the problem is okay. But then a few weeks later, it changes again, so now they can't even drive at 20 and they're down to 10 miles an hour. Some of the most extreme cases I've worked on, as I mentioned earlier, is when I've had cases where people have said they've got to the stage where even if they pick up their car key, they have a panic attack because they are so strongly linking panic and fear with driving that even just touching a car key sends them into a state of panic. And I've had clients for whom it's got so bad that they can't even get in the car anymore. They said, I used to sit in the car on my driveway crying because I couldn't drive, and now I wish I could even do that because I can't even touch the key to get in the car. Now, don't let this worry you because not everyone has this progression of the problem, but normally, in most cases, it won't just go away on its own. I've mentioned before in other videos, because I've done over 100 videos on the fear of driving, and I've got 600 others on how to drive. I have mentioned before about how driving anxiety has nothing to do with driving. Your anxiety driving is just the way other problems are showing up. But if you just leave it, it is very unlikely to just go away. What can happen is your problem can either develop, as I've mentioned in this video, and it can spread and get worse and worse in your driving, or in some cases, it's a bit like your mind is thinking, well look, I'm telling you something here, but you're not listening to me. So if you're not going to listen, I'll take it off your driving, and instead I'll give you a fear of public spaces or of public speaking, or I'll make your confidence go down, and the problem will just shift around and it can spread and get worse until you sort it out. The good news is that I'm here to help you sort it out, and all you've got to do if you want to overcome your fear is contact me through my website, firstdrive.com. Check out these other videos on the screen for more help overcoming your fear of driving, and please do subscribe to my channel to help me continue making videos such as these. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.